Welcome to abortion laws, the ultimate American maze game, where the rules change faster than you can say constitutional rights. But seriously folks, navigating abortion laws in the US is no game. It's a complex, often confusing, and highly consequential journey. So let's dive in. Imagine, if you will, a giant game board stretched across the United States. Each state is a square, with its own set of rules, traps, and shortcuts. In some states, you've got a clear path to reproductive health care. In others, it's like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded, while riding a unicycle. Picture this: a doctor frantically flipping through a law book, thicker than a Chicago deep dish pizza. A woman crossing state lines, like she's in a high-stakes spy movie. And protesters outside a clinic, shouting louder than a heavy metal concert. And caught in the middle of all this, everyday people just trying to make deeply personal decisions. You see, in our great nation, we've got a patchwork quilt of abortion laws that would make even the most seasoned cartographers scratch their head. Some states are saying, "Come on in," while others are basically putting up no entry signs in flashing neon. And just when you think you've got it figured out, the whole map changes again, sending everyone back to square one. But wait, the Supreme Court just dropped a new ruling. Everyone, scramble! Meanwhile, in the real world, women across the country are frantically Googling, "What are my options now?" Faster than you can say constitutional crisis. It's like watching a nationwide game of high-stakes musical chairs, where the music could stop at any moment, leaving some without a seat at the healthcare table. Take Dr. Sarah Chen in Texas, for example. She's trying to provide care to her patients while tap dancing around new restrictions. It's like performing surgery while playing "The Floor is Lava." So buckle up, viewers. We're about to take a wild ride through the topsy-turvy world of US abortion laws. Trust me, it's going to be more twisted than a pretzel in a tornado. But before we dive deeper, let's hear from you. What's your take on this legal roller coaster? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't worry, we'll wait. But not for 9 months. Alright, time's up. Let's move on to our next round, where we'll follow our intrepid players as they navigate this maze of laws, restrictions, and unexpected turns. Remember folks, knowledge is power. So pay attention, because in this game, the stakes are higher than a skyscraper in Manhattan. Ready? Let's go! Now, let's follow 3 different scenarios as we navigate this legal labyrinth. First up, Dr. Sarah Chen in Texas. Imagine trying to practice medicine while playing a game of legal Jenga. One wrong move and the whole thing comes tumbling down. Dr. Chen's examining a patient when suddenly, bam, a new restriction drops. It's like trying to perform surgery while someone keeps moving the goalposts. Fun times, right? But instead of winning money, she's just trying not to lose her medical license. Meanwhile, in Ohio, we have Maria. Maria's story is like a road trip movie, but instead of quirky adventures and self-discovery, it's all about navigating legal loopholes and dodging restrictions. And let's not forget Jasmine in New York. She thought she was in the clear, but surprise, even in friendly territory, the ground can shift faster than a New York minute. Just when she thinks she's got it figured out, boom, another curveball. It's like playing legal whack-a-mole with a blindfold on. Now viewers, I want you to imagine you're in Dr. Chen's shoes. You've got a patient in need, but the law's breathing down your neck like an overzealous hall monitor. What do you do? Quick, type your thoughts. While you're pondering that ethical dilemma, let's check in on Maria. She's crossing state lines like she's in a high-stakes game of hopscotch. She's got a better chance of understanding the offside rule in soccer than figuring out where she can legally receive care. Back in New York, Jasmine's discovered her local clinic might close due to new restrictions. Jasmine's story is a stark reminder that even in states with protective laws, access to care isn't guaranteed. Now I know what you're thinking. Stanley, this is more confusing than trying to understand the plot of Inception while standing on your head. And you're right. Welcome to the wonderfully wacky world of US abortion laws. It's like we're all stuck in a giant game of Monopoly. But instead of properties, we're dealing with fundamental rights. And trust me, there's no get out of jail free card here. But wait, there's more. Plot twist. A federal judge just blocked enforcement of one state's law. It's like a legal game of whack-a-mole. Viewers, how do you think this affects our characters? Quick, type your thoughts. While you're furiously typing away, let's take a moment to appreciate the sheer absurdity of it all. We've got laws changing faster than fashion trends, judges playing legal hot potato, and our poor characters just trying to keep up. It's enough to make your head spin faster than Linda Blair in The Exorcist. But unlike a horror movie, there's no walking out of this theater. This is real life, folks, and the show must go on. Alright folks, we're back. And let me tell you, things are getting more twisted than a pretzel in a tornado. Let's check in on our intrepid healthcare heroes, shall we? First up, Dr. Chen. Remember her? She's facing a medical board hearing. It's like being on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Except the question is always, do you want to keep your medical license? And there's no phone a friend option. Picture this. Dr. Chen, standing before a panel of stern-faced board members, each one looking like they've just sucked on a particularly sour lemon. The tension is so thick you could cut it with a scalpel. Which, ironically, Dr. Chen might not be allowed to use anymore if this goes south. Dr. Chen, facing a board that looks about as friendly as a pack of hungry wolves, pulls out her secret weapon. A legal team sharper than a surgeon's scalpel. It's like watching David take on Goliath. If David had a law degree and Goliath was a bunch of bureaucrats. Meanwhile, our road tripper extraordinaire, Maria, is still out there navigating the great American highways and byways. At this point, she's seen more state lines than a long-haul trucker on a coffee binge. Maria, our intrepid traveler, stumbles upon an underground network of support that's more intricate than the CIA. It's like she's discovered a secret level in the video game of life. Level up, Maria. And let's not forget Jasmine in the Big Apple. Her local clinic is on the verge of closing faster than a New Yorker's patience in slow-moving tourists. It's like watching the last season of your favorite show. You know it's ending, but you're not ready to say goodbye. And Jasmine? She's not going down without a fight. She starts a community fundraising campaign that spreads faster than gossip in a small town. It's like watching the Avengers assemble, but instead of superheroes, It determines citizens with donate buttons. It's a reminder that even in the darkest times, there's always a light. Sometimes it's a candle, sometimes it's a bonfire, and sometimes it's a bunch of angry people with flashlights and a cause. Speaking of changing rules, let's play a quick game. I'll give you a scenario and you decide what law applies. Ready? A woman in state X wants an abortion at 15 weeks. Is it legal? Quick, shout your answer at the screen. So, what's next for our heroes? Will Dr. Chen keep her license? Will Maria find the care she needs? Will Jasmine save her clinic? Stay tuned, because in the world of abortion laws, the only constant is change. Stay tuned, folks. We're about to enter our final act, where we'll see how all these pieces come together in the grand puzzle of reproductive rights in America. It's going to be a wild ride. And remember, folks, knowledge is power. Stay informed, stay engaged, and for the love of all that is holy, don't forget to vote. It's like choosing toppings for a pizza, except the pizza is your fundamental rights and the toppings are elected officials. Choose wisely. As we wrap up this act, I want you to take a moment and reflect. In this grand, often absurd game of legal chess we're all playing, what's your next move? Whatever it is, make it count. Because in this game, we're all players, whether we like it or not. And the stakes? Well, they're higher than Snoop Dogg at a Cheech and Chong reunion. So stay sharp, stay informed, and most importantly, stay engaged. The future of reproductive rights in America depends on it. Welcome back, folks. We're in the home stretch of our wild ride through the labyrinth of US abortion laws. Buckle up, because this finale is going to be more intense than the last 5 minutes of a Game of Thrones episode. Let's check in on our intrepid heroes, shall we? Dr. Chen, our medical maverick, has just wrapped up her board hearing. The tension was so thick you could cut it with a scalpel. Meanwhile, Maria has finally reached her destination after a journey more complicated than trying to explain the plot of Inception to your grandma. Now, I know what you're thinking. Stanley, this sounds like a happy ending. But hold on to your hats, folks, because in the world of abortion laws, there's no such thing as the end. Picture this, a map of the United States, but instead of static lines and colors, it's alive. It's breathing, pulsing, changing before our eyes. It's about the Dr. Chens of the world, trying to provide care while tap dancing through a minefield of regulations. Now, viewers, I want you to really think about this. In this ever-changing legal landscape, what's your role? Are you a spectator or are you in the game? Quick, type your thoughts. Across the country, we're seeing a movement that's more resilient than a cockroach after a nuclear blast. We've got doctors forming networks more secretive than the Illuminati. But here's the thing, folks. This isn't a game you can rage quit. There's no reset button, no cheat codes. The only way to change the game is to keep playing, keep pushing, keep fighting. Remember, in this chess game of reproductive rights, we're all players, and every move counts. So stay informed, stay engaged, and for the love of all that is holy, don't forget to vote. It's like choosing toppings for a pizza, except the pizza is your fundamental rights and the toppings are elected officials. Choose wisely. The next round is starting, and we need all hands on deck. Game on, America. Game on. And here's your mission. Should you choose to accept it, Get involved. Speak up. Be the change. Because in this story, you're not just the audience, you're the hero. Now go out there and make your move.